What's up, everybody? Courtney Morse, Natural Wellness Physiotherapy, coming at you again from the home office edition. What we're going to talk about today is I have been working a little bit on my beat swing for some kipping pull-ups, and I want to try to become a little bit more efficient with some of those things. But I also noticed that I have a really tough time when I'm trying to do things like leg levers or doing things like hollow rocks or even sit-ups or toes to bars with me maintaining kind of this posterior pelvic tilt. Like right away, like if as I'm doing those activities, I want to be engaging my abdominal muscles and my psoas muscles, my deep hip flexors, to keep me in this position here. But I know right away, because I'm not very strong there, that my back flies off of the ground, and this becomes very challenging. It becomes really painful on my back. And so these are some different regressions that we can use. If hollow rocks are pretty tough for you, or if all those other things that we mentioned are pretty tough for you, scale these things back down a little bit, get really strong at them, and then move your way back up. Hollow rock, for example, is a really challenging move. So I've had to scale these things up and down kind of as my strength has changed as well too. So when we are trying to go for this thing, what we ideally would like to do is we like to have our toes pointed out through here, my back's nice and flat, and my arms are up overhead. I can maintain this position for about another 4.5 seconds, maybe, right? But what we can do to make this a little bit easier, a little bit harder is, let's start with our arms at our side, right? We want to have our head elevated here. This helps me keep my back flat on the table. So this might be our first position, okay? Ideally, we would like to be able to maintain this position for 30 to 60 seconds, being really active with my core and flattening my back. I will sometimes put a towel under people's back, and I'll try to pull it out, and the second that I can pull that towel out, their test is over, right? Like that, they're no longer doing that exercise the way that we want them to do. So we can start with right here. If you can maintain this for 30 to 60 seconds relatively easily, then we'll have you point a toe down this way, and you can alternate and you can switch, do 20 or 30 seconds per side. If those become pretty easy, then you can put both legs out in this direction, and you're still having your arms here rather than up above. And again, this is where it really gets challenging. So try those different variations if you are struggling with some of those moves that we talked about earlier, because it may not be practicing those moves more with bad technique is going to get any better. It may be that you have a really weak link in those deep hip flexors. So give those things a shot. If you struggle with those moves, throw like the hands up emoji in there, because I struggle with them too. These things are helping me out, and I'm getting better with them. And hopefully, maybe when I turn into a big boy, I'll be able to do some hollow rocks, but that might be a little ways off. So if you have questions or comments, leave them below. Until next time, Courtney Morse, Natural Wellness Physiotherapy.